my name is Craig Fear. I'm the author of the 30-Day Heartburn Solution. I recently did an interview where I answered some basic questions about my book and about heartburn, and I hope you enjoy them.
Craig, why is acid reflux not caused by too much acid?
Yeah, I mean that's the conventional belief. That's what doctors tell people. That's what we're marketed, that kind of that perspective, and it kind of makes some intuitive sense. When you think about acid reflux, it's acid getting back into the stomach acid from the stomach that refluxes back into the esophagus, burns the lining of the esophagus, and we experience heartburn. So it kind of makes some intuitive sense to think, my stomach's producing too much acid. We're given heartburn medications, antacids, acid blockers, and it takes away that burning, and we think, we've got the problem solved because we're producing too much acid. But it's really just acid being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and contrary to popular belief, it's because there's not enough acid being produced. So how would that kind of result in acid refluxing back into the esophagus?
So you're telling me if I had more acid, I wouldn't have this heartburn?
No, and here's why. It's because our stomach is designed to produce acid, right? Okay. We have millions of acid-producing cells in our stomach. Evolution, nature, God, whatever your belief system has given us acid-producing cells in our stomach to produce acid. And that acid kind of acts like a blender. It's there to kind of help digest our food. There's protein digesting enzymes in there, pepsin, that helps start to break down our food, kind of blend up our food and prepare it for good digestion. So we need that acid to kind of drive good digestion, right? Yeah. So what often happens is, just because of our modern day lifestyle, stress, poor diet, which I kind of explain at length in my book, causes kind of that blender speed to kind of come down through the weeks, the months, and the years. So it goes from high to medium, maybe even to low. And as that happens, food just kind of sits in our stomach. Now our stomach is a warm, moist environment. So food can start to ferment, give off gases and acids in our stomach. As it sits there, we feel, in addition to heartburn, many people have other symptoms like bloating. They just feel like food sits in their stomach. This happened to me for many years. They get bad breath because the food's not getting digested through. So what happens is that food starts to kind of expand and just kind of sit in our stomach because the acid production isn't strong. Some of that can reflux back into our esophagus. And now the stomach has a mucosal layer, so we don't feel the acid, but the esophagus doesn't. So without good digestive fire, that food sits there, it can reflux back into the esophagus, burn the lining, and then we experience heartburn. So what I explain in my book and what I do with my clients is we start to boost that blender speed and start to kind of drive digestion. So food starts getting blended up properly, and it doesn't sit there in the stomach for too long a period.
Awesome. And this is covered in your book?
Absolutely, yeah. I explain it clearly and in detail so people can really understand it.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yep.